Did you know that, in 1492, Spain kicked out around 200,000 Jews? Well, there's a lot more to this story than meets the eye, so let's dig into it. The year 1492 was infamously portentous for the indigenous people of the Western Hemisphere, though also a very bad one for Jewish residents of Spain, as Christopher Columbus wrote in his diary, in the same month in which their Majesties Ferdinand and Isabella issued the edict that all Jews should be driven out of the kingdom and its territories. In the same month they gave me the order to undertake with sufficient men my expedition of discovery to the Indies. On March of that year, King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella of Spain issued what is known as the Alhambra Decree, which commanded all Jews living in Spain to convert to Catholicism or leave the country. But why did Spain kick out its Jewish population, and where did they all go? Estimates suggest that between 1492 and 1493, about 200,000 Jews were forced out of Spain. Many of them settled in North Africa, Turkey, Italy, and the Netherlands. Today, their descendants still speak a unique dialect of Spanish called Ladino, which has its own Wikipedia page. Prior to 1492, Jews had lived in relative peace in Spain for over 1,000 years. But in the late 15th century, anti-Semitic feelings began to rise in Europe, fueled by religious differences and economic rivalries. Ferdinand and Isabella, who were deeply influenced by the Catholic monarchs, sought to create a pure Christian state and get rid of all non-Catholic subjects. They accused the Jews of being Christ killers and blamed them for economic woes, like high taxes and inflation. Sounds familiar? History doesn't always rhyme, but sometimes it does. When the Alhambra Decree was issued, most Spanish Jews had no choice but to flee. Some converted to Christianity, while others made their way to neighboring Muslim-ruled territories, where they were welcomed with open arms. A small number of Jews even fought back against their oppressors. In the town of Lucia, a group of Jewish men barricaded themselves inside the local synagogue and defended it for over a month against the royal troops sent to expel them. But in the end, they had no choice but to surrender and leave. Where did they all go? Portugal was an option, but it was already becoming a hub for Jewish refugees. Also, its ruling monarch, King Emmanuel I, was eager to solidify trade ties with the New World and needed the support of Spain, so he declined to accept the expelled Jews. So the majority headed north to France, where they were welcomed by King Charles VIII, who promised them protection and religious freedom. Many settled in cities like Paris and Orleans, where they became an integral part of the community. Others made their way to Italy, where they faced both persecution and acceptance. In some Italian states, Jews were allowed to practice their religion openly, while in others they were forced to live in segregated communities. Despite these challenges, Italian Jews flourished in the fields of science, art, and commerce. Some Jews also fled to the Ottoman Empire, which was known for its religious tolerance and open borders. The Ottomans welcomed the Jewish refugees and granted them full citizenship, allowing them to keep their religion and customs. Many settled in cities like Istanbul and Salonika, and some even served in the Ottoman army. Then there were the small numbers of Jews who returned to Spain. After centuries away, Spain began to offer reparations to the descendants of Jews expelled from the country. In 2014, Spain's parliament passed a law granting citizenship to anyone who could trace their ancestry to Sephardic Jews. This law has opened the door for thousands of Jews to return to Spain and claim their ancestral heritage. The Spanish expulsion of the Jews in 1492 was a pivotal moment in history. It marked the beginning of the end for Jewish life in Spain and had far-reaching consequences for the Jews who fled and the countries that welcomed them. While the expulsion was a tragic event, the story of the Jews who survived and thrived in spite of persecution is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of the human spirit. So what do you think? Did you learn something new in this video? Let us know in the comments below. We're always looking to improve our videos, and your feedback helps us do that. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.